So lately it feels like there's been some frustration in the fog, which is totally understandable for a game that people love so much and that's as complex and ever-changing as Dead by Daylight. So I thought I would just take a minute to share with you guys some things that I love about Dead by Daylight from the perspective of a new player that's still discovering how weird and goofy this game can be every day. These are some things that genuinely make me smile and keep me logging in match after match. I play on console, so I don't have pre-game chat. So when I load into a game, I'm trying to find some way to bond with these people and, really get the team spirit going. And I love a good pregame amp up, hype up session. When I can find a player that matches my energy, then, I've already won that match. Doesn't matter what happens, it's going to be a lot of fun. And just in general, I love when players just, have fun with it and try to make each other laugh. So I get excited when I see Dwight in his map, or, I suspect that I might have a Steve goal in the game. Please never stop doing that. I love every minute of it. Probably the very best part of this game is how the players in this community just will adopt you. Right when I started this game, I landed in Twins Main Sage's Discord page, and I got adopted by that whole group of people immediately. They have shared all of their knowledge and wisdom with me, encouraged me. So sweet. I feel like I'm a million times the player that I would be otherwise because I have them. And also, sometimes I just load into a match with somebody and they, we have a good game, we vibe together, and they add me on afterward, and then you just keep playing with them. I recently had a game where we were so close to 4 man out, but I fell right at the beginning of the gates, and there was no heal teching that was going to save me. And I was like, well, at least my 3 friends will make it out, right? But then all of a sudden, Sable Flashlight saved me, and we all 4 make it out together. And then that player, friended me on the game afterward, and just started playing a lot of games with me, knowing that I was terrible. Didn't care, and we've just been having a lot of fun matches since then. And those little interactions that you have where people just like, you're ours now. I love those. Even though I'm still learning and I make a lot of really bad plays, once in a while I still get to have my heroic moment, and that just feels good. In any of my YouTube shorts, you probably know that I'm a big fan of the timeout for shenanigans tactic. I'm not trying to convince the killer not to kill me. I don't care about winning or losing that much. I'm just trying to have some kind of goofy moment before I go down. So that means that if I see a dog, I'm going to try to pet that dog. I might try to serve you some popcorn at the movie theater. If I see a glyph, I'm going to try to get it. I'm going to pause for all bardic inspirations. And, I love when the killer's jumping on it too. And, maybe you have a crouch off with Ghostface or something. Like, if we don't have time for a 5-second shenanigan break, then, what are we even doing here? My favorite thing is making up my own alternative win conditions for a game. I think this probably started when one of the players that I enjoy playing with, Herb, told me that you can steal Pinhead's box. I said, well, that's the only thing that I want to do from now on. If I see a Pinhead, I want that box so bad. Every time I see that character, I just go into Heist Mode. I feel like I'm in Ocean's 11. I'm going to get that thing. So, I just love when there's kind of little alternative win conditions like that. I recently saw Mr. Taterhead play a game where he stole Victor out of the hatch. That's goals now. I really want to accomplish that. Another thing on my goal list is I want to steal an item from a basement Bubba. I haven't seen any yet, so I hope that they're not all extinct, but I want whatever's in that chest. I want that brown key or whatever it is. I'm coming for you, basement Bubba. I just discovered the other day you can steal those little flame turrets from Aliens, so I wish I'd been stealing a lot more of those. And I also wish you could store those in your inventory somewhere, or you can track how many of those things you've stolen, because I think that's really funny. So another thing I love is that you can just make up any kind of bonkers rules you want for a custom game. So lately, I've been playing a few hide and seek matches. So those probably aren't super exciting to watch because it's a lot of staring at walls in the camera. But to play, it's so fun. So when we play, we crank the gamma all the way down so you almost can't even find your way out of the building, and you get 30 seconds to hide, and sometimes just standing next to a wall is the best hiding space with the gamma cranked that loud, and you can see the killer walking right by you 10 times trying to find you. And right now Bush Bill is sort of the meta in the games we've been having, but I'm trying to bring in Prestige 6 Meg as the new meta because, some of those like Toba landing type maps, like she's gone. She blends right in. So highly recommend trying some of those. Sometimes I still have that itch to play Dead by Daylight, but I just don't have it in me. And, that's why we're really lucky that we have a really cool competitive scene in this game. And, the best part is it's, fan led. It's just people that love the game that have found a way to balance it in such a way that it works competitively. And, these people are really good. When they're playing, it looks like they're playing a completely different game than what I'm playing. But, it's very fun to watch. And the players, from all my experiences, are really nice people, really happy to answer any questions. And, there was a recent match with Nokron versus Ariandel in the DVD League with the gunslinger. I did not know a match could be that intense. You should check that one out. It's great. I'll link it down below.
Just fine for the time being.
You have to break free, Zaka.
Zaka.
You have to break free. You have to break free.
Oh. Wait, this is actually
Shen
so close. It's actually so close.
We're doing it again.
They're gonna send Sken here for that body block. But again, if the shot lands onto Zaka, which it won't. What is this cycle?
Okay, but they gotta stop this thing where they're not breaking free. They have to make distance and break free, make distance and break free. Ivan is healthy. Ivan's turn to come and see. Get down, Mr. President. They missed the shot!
I've decided that Wesker gets his own category. Now, I've never played Resident Evil, so I don't really know what the character's like in that game. But in Dead by Daylight, I found that the Wesker players have so much personality, are so fun to play against. And I love the chase music. I love the voice lines. I love the spray dance. Love all of it. If you've seen my challenge video I did where I did Puffle Up Solo Queue challenge, even in the games where I tried so hard to be serious and lock in, I still managed to befriend a Wesker, and he ended up slugging me, going and killing the rest of my team and coming back and carrying me to the hatch. I feel like I just really bond well with Wesker. So yeah, love those guys. As fun as all these moments are, the very, very best part of this game is you all. Everything else really is pale in comparison. You guys make this place really special, and I can't wait to play with a lot more of you guys out there. I wish everyone the very best, and have a good one.